Hey guys, welcome to Popcorn Talk. I'm your host Mina Wahab, and 2018 is gonna be insane because we are talking about some of the best films from 2017 for this year's Oscars.
I'm actually on a series called Shoot the Messenger, which is going to be premiering on WGN America this Monday, February 26th.
Awesome, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it's an 8-part limited series, a political thriller that focuses on the complex relationships of the media and, well, specifically in this case, journalism and the government and the police force. So it's really relevant to the political climate that we currently find ourselves in with the whole fake news thing.
I was just going to ask you about that. What do you think about that whole political climate and the role that journalists play in it?
I mean, I learned a lot in the process of playing this character, and funny enough, we shot it a few years ago, so before things kind of, before the heat got turned up.
You predicted this?
I guess so, yeah, we saw it coming. But I remember something happens for my character. I play this journalist, and within the first episode, she makes a really big mistake when she prints an article and gets some information wrong, and sort of the fallout from that is massive. And at the time I remember being like, I don't really understand, like me myself being like, I don't really get why that's such a big deal. But then I spoke to some journalists and they're like, no, like the facts are key. Like you can really mess up a person's life if you put the wrong information, if you publish the wrong information. So I think that's connected to everything. The truth is so important. And at the end of the day, I think one of the things I learned the most is to think for yourself, to not trust everything that you read out there.
How do you seek out the truth when there are so many sources of information and you don't know which one is correct? How do you do the best sort of fact checking?
That's a really good question. I think there are those news sources that I would think would be more reliable. I like the New York Times, that sort of thing. There's a lot of facts, I think, in their journalism versus, there's a lot of opinion in there too, but I don't know, I guess you gotta just listen to your instinct and what you believe. It's easier when you hear someone speak, you know what I mean? Like in print, it's harder to kind of differentiate between what's true and what's fabricated or being kind of, indulged.
It's much easier to read someone's facial expressions, for sure, and detect deception.
Yeah, exactly.
What was your favorite Oscar-nominated movie? I'm gonna guess The Post, since we're talking about the journalism stuff right now. Oh, you haven't seen The Post yet? Okay.
Actually, there's a lot that I haven't seen. I'll tell you the ones that I have seen that I just loved. One was Lady Bird. I just was like so emotional, wrecked throughout it. Call Me by Your Name as well, phenomenal. Those are kind of the two big ones for me that really stuck out.
I love both of those. Yeah.
Forgive my ignorance. Is Get Out nominated for?
Yes, Get Out was also nominated for Best Picture.
Oh my God! It was terrifying and funny and had so much going on in it. That was, I think, kind of like a surprise film. I loved that.
Did you know what you were getting into when you went to go see it?
I had no idea, and I didn't watch the trailer, so it was like a complete and total surprise.
Yeah, the trailer was definitely marketed as a horror, but it was so interesting to see everything play out in a totally different way. Yeah.
Totally. No, I loved it. So those were kind of my three. So I don't know who's
gonna win. Who's gonna win?
I hope Lady Bird does, because Greta Gerwig is, I just think, a genius, and I just think it's time for a film like that. So yeah, I hope Lady Bird. That's just my personal preference.
I guess we'll see. March 3rd.
We'll find out.